Special Unit 4. Never Say Never.
A new heart, a new life.
Donald Arthur ticks off the marathons he has done in the last 12 years. New York City, 10 times. Los Angeles, Alaska, 27 in all. His goal is to complete the grueling 42.195-kilometer road race in each of the 50 states. He has 34 to go. Yet it wasn't so long ago that Arthur became easily exhausted, even when he chewed his food.
"Walking a block could take me more than an hour,"
says the 63-year-old retired bookkeeper who lives in the Bronx, New York. Facing death from a heart problem resulting from decades of cigarettes and alcohol, Arthur had only one option: a transplant. He recalls the precise moment, 6:10 p.m. on August 2, 1996, when he got the call that a donor heart had become available. A 25-year-old man had died in an accident.
"A family was willing to give me their loved one's heart."
After 5 hours in surgery, Arthur had a brand new heart. Soon enough, he could walk upstairs without becoming exhausted. That was just the beginning. A fellow patient told him about the Achilles Track Club, which helps people with disabilities run marathons. Arthur contacted the club's president, who told him he could complete a marathon if he trained hard enough.
I thought he was crazy, but I went down to the club anyway and saw people who were blind and people in wheelchairs.
Arthur says,
I was hooked, absolutely hooked, by the way these individuals looked at life.
He says,
the club gave me a belief in myself.
He joined its 10-kilometer walks around Central Park and then moved up to race walking to improve his endurance. 15 months after his transplant, he finished his first New York City marathon. In 2001, Arthur carried the Olympic torch on part of its journey for the Winter Olympic Games in Salt Lake City. But his most memorable run was the 1999 New York City Marathon, when he was accompanied by Mac Andrews, the brother of the man whose heart now beats in his chest.
I put Mac's hand over my heart once we finished the marathon,
Arthur says,
and I told him that his brother lives on.
Passing the test.
In 7th grade, Brittany Blythe dreamed of being a cheerleader. Her school's coach was not as enthusiastic as she was. He said, I don't know how you'll be able to do it. You won't be able to do the stunts. Brittany, now a junior at Strathaven High School near Philadelphia, kept going. When the junior cheerleaders won a tournament last year, she was right there, dancing and cheering with the rest of the team. Amputated legs didn't keep this 18-year-old from becoming a cheerleader.
She's never let anything stop her,
says a former teacher. This is not bad for someone whose legs were amputated below the knees when she was 2 years old. Brittany was born without bones below the knees, just blood and muscle tissue, as she puts it. When she tried to walk, her legs twisted and she fell. After the amputation, she adapted quickly.
From day one, I basically jumped up and wanted to do everything,
she says. Prosthetic legs allowed her to move around upright, but too slowly to keep up with her friends. Brittany's solution was to take the legs off and walk on her knees, something she still does when safety and comfort permit. She is rarely discouraged. Other children teased her through the years, especially in junior high school, but she says the challenge only made her stronger. Now she is trying to convince her coach to let her be a flyer, the cheerleader who is thrown in the air and caught by teammates. Brittany doesn't think her problems are any more difficult than the next person's.
My disability was the first thing I had to get through, and that's going to prepare me for the future,
she says.
It's all just a test. If someone throws you a curveball, what are you going to do?